Too many questions. New tonight on Our News, live at 7. The former Works Minister raises concerns over lack of transparency at BPL, despite government assurances. This as the unions reject a deal amidst uncertainty over the future of operations and management. But first, granted immunity for testimony. The prosecution drops charges against Adrien Gibson in the ongoing Adrien Gibson trial. The remaining defendants still on trial. Plus, dealing with dementia. We'll tell you the call to action from the Alzheimer's Association, now proposing senior daycare solutions. Why it's urgently pushing for a national plan soon. Then in our news at 7:30, on the side of caution. Deteriorating situation in Haiti prompts heightened security measures for the Bahamian mission. A top diplomat urges caution as violence escalates. Our news live at 7 starts right now. Welcome to Our News, live at 7. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Candino Knowles. In a surprising turn of events, the prosecution has dropped all charges against one of the defendants in the Adrien Gibson trial that's happening in the Supreme Court. Gibson's cousin, Adrien Gibson, who previously faced conspiracy to commit bribery, in addition to conspiracy to commit fraud by false pretenses, as well as fraud by false pretenses and money laundering charges, she's been granted full immunity from prosecution in exchange for her testimony. Gibson, Elwood Donaldson Jr., Jerome Mizik, Peaches Farquharson, and Joan Knowles, they all remain on trial before Senior Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson. The trial involves the awarding of contracts while Gibson served as executive chairman of the Water and Sewerage Corporation. We are following court proceedings. If you want to see the latest on this, be sure and head over to ournews.bs. As conflict looms over the future of Bahamas Power and Light, a former works minister weighing in on the saga. He says the situation leaves the Bahamian people with too many questions. Bethany McDermott is following this.
Former Works Minister Desmond Bannister says the Davis administration has left too many unanswered questions about what's going on at Bahamas Power and Light. Despite the Prime Minister saying BPL won't be privatized, uncertainty continues to persist. It comes as the two unions representing staffers at BPL are unhappy with the deal they say the Davis administration is finalizing to contract a company to oversee BPL's transmission and distribution systems.
The union is in a position now where they have to guess at what is happening. And the union is responsible for protecting the livelihoods of many, many, many Bahamians.
Prime Minister Philip Davis recently revealed the government is not looking to privatize the power giant. In an X post, Energy Minister JoBeth Colby Davis said the government's energy reform roadmap is to, among other things, reduce prices, to increase reliability and efficiency, add cleaner sources of energy, upgrade and modernize outdated grids. She said she's looking forward to sharing updates in the upcoming days and weeks. But Bannister says the lack of information is also disadvantaging Bahamians.
The Bahamian people are in a difficult position because the same governing party that is doing this now had previously brought in a company called Power Secure, where BPL was run by a group of non-Bahamians. We were able to change that, and we put Bahamians in charge.
Bannister says informing the public is a critical aspect of governance. Bahamas Electrical Workers Union President Kyle Wilson says the union is rejecting the deal. He said it doesn't seem this deal will benefit Bahamians.
It's a critical concern when you take your national power utility and put it under the hands of someone else.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Bethany McDermott.
All right, thanks a lot for that, Bethany. Immigration consultant to the Davis administration, Luby Georges, says Bahamas Air's cancellations of flights to Haiti may impact those Bahamians and Haitian nationals that frequent the Caribbean island nation. Bahamas Air's decision comes as the country continues its struggle against political violence and protests that are happening in Haiti now, calling for the resignation of Prime Minister Ariel Henry. But Georges is saying that many may find themselves in a difficult situation as a result of the immediate cancellation of flights.
You may have persons who are on work permits, other forms of permits, who may have been visiting family members, who may have been attending, graduations, other special events, who may just be on vacation. Who are going to be affected by this. We do have limited amount of flights coming in and out of Haiti. We have, I think, about 4 airlines that run the flights from Haiti to the Bahamas, Nassau in particular, with Bahamas Air being the largest carrier.
All right, and given the current state in Haiti, Georgia says he is not surprised by Bahamas Air's decision to cancel flights.
We've seen in the past where there have been different emergency situations or crises in Haiti, and not just the Bahamas, but successive Bahamian governments have had to make certain decisions out of an abundance of caution. So it was not surprising to me at all. I actually expected something to be done.
Now, our Joshua Williams spoke to Chargé d'Affaires in the Bahamian Embassy, Captain Gregory Roll, who is on the ground in Haiti. We'll have that story coming up for you in our news at 7:30, and in World News, we take a look at the newest attack that officials are reporting in Haiti. Well, in recent days, renderings for a new international airport in Grand Bahama have received some backlash from the public. Those renderings revealed after Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation Chester Cooper announced the upcoming demolition of the airport on the Northern Island. The facility was severely damaged by storm surge up to 20 feet during Hurricane Dorian. It's now expected to undergo a $200 million transformation and may be open by 2025. Work expected to be carried out by Aerodrome Limited, a Bahamian group, in partnership with Manchester Airport Group Limited and BHM Construction International UK. When it comes to what's been revealed so far, Dr. Kenneth Romer says those were just renderings.
I'm certain that whatever might have been seen, like I said, were just renderings. There will not be any construction without there being widespread public consultation. I'm certain that at the end of the day, there is an imperative of the government to give not just Grand Bahama, but all family island communities airports that are resilient, that are sustainable, that are authentic, and that they can be very, very proud of. We welcome any person who, again, has contributions when it comes to their input for all of our airports. Their voice matters.
All right, and just a quick note, that was Director of Aviation, Dr. Kenneth Romer. We've got much more to get to tonight, but for now, it's time for your first look at temperatures. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is standing by in the Weather Center. Greg?
Yeah, thanks, Kenino, and a happy Tuesday evening, everybody. This is the calm before the storm. We are anticipating quite a bit of activity, especially for the Northwest Bahamas, starting tomorrow and into tomorrow evening. We'll show that later on in our forecast, but it is warm still outside, 75 degrees under partly cloudy skies. The winds are out of the southeast at 10 miles per hour. Your field slight temperature hanging out in the mid-70s. Temperatures around the islands right now, it is 75 in Freeport, 74 over in Marsh Harbor, Abaco, Alistown, Bimini, Great Harbor Key, and the Berry Islands. You guys are 76, as well as in Nicholstown. Over in Governor's Harbor, 75. Central Bahamas, 76 is in Kemps Bay, Arthurstown, Cat Island, a pair of 77s. Georgetown, the Exumas, Deadman's Key, Long Island. Coburg Town, San Salvador, you guys are 74. And into the Southeast Bahamas, upper 70s there, 78 in Duncantown, Ragged Island, Delectable Bay, Acklands is 78, 77 in Crooked Island, Colonel Hill, Crooked Island, Abrams Bay 78, 77 in Providentialis, Turks and Caicos Islands, and Matthewtown, Inago, you are the warm spot at 79. Taking a look at our satellite radar composite, well, we had kind of a quiet day around the islands. High pressure is still in charge. We have some high-level clouds moving out of the Gulf of Mexico. That's all ahead of a storm system that's trying to take shape across the north portions of the Gulf of Mexico. We anticipate that getting in here by tomorrow. Some showers and thunderstorms will be affecting the Northwest Bahamas, but the front itself that's accompanying this will not get in here until tomorrow night. That's your first look at weather. Stick with us. Look at your extended forecast is still to come.
Still to come on our news, growing dementia crisis in the Bahamas sparks urgent call for a national plan. What the Alzheimer's Association is proposing to address the looming challenge. Plus, gambling addiction comes into focus with an expanded helpline to provide help and hope around the clock. We'll hear from the chairperson of the Gambling Addiction Awareness Program when our news returns.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
Don't spend hours sending individual messages to your customers. Use SMS messaging instead. With Cable Bahamas Business Solutions SMS messaging, you can send personalized messages to hundreds or even thousands of recipients instantly. It's quick, effortless, and cost-effective. Plus, it ensures that your messages are delivered directly to your customers' cellular phones, guaranteeing higher engagement. Save time and boost your outreach with SMS bulk messaging. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Islands.
Immerse yourself in the enchanting allure of Acklands. Night after night, accompany us on a week-long expedition as we unveil the undiscovered treasures of this island paradise. See its pristine beaches, embrace the vibrant culture, and live the experience through the lens of our news. Tune in every night at 7 p.m. for a captivating blend of inspiration, adventure, and the irresistible charm of Acklands. Coming this March, only on Our News. Immerse yourself in the enchanting allure. Despite having a projected 226% increase in dementia cases in the country by 2050, there is said to still be no national dementia plan. In this report, Marlena Leonard hears from the Bahamas Alzheimer's Association about a creative idea to tackle the issue.
While the Bahamas Alzheimer's Association advocates for the government to create an official national plan, its president Wendy Poitier-Aubry says some things can happen to make things better before there's an official plan in place. Things like senior daycare options.
Right. We know that we have so many buildings around here. The government has so many things. We have senior centers. I know there's one in the Yellow Elder Millennium Gardens area. And I'm trying to talk to the minister, Mr. Barnaby, every so often, and I'm hoping we're able to work out something where we can, even if we can open it just once a week or once a month.
The Bahamas could be looking at a 226% increase in dementia cases by 2050, which means more and more people will become caregivers.
We have incidents where people, they have to leave their mom home or they have to leave their dad home, and then they have to dash home for lunch. Maybe let me just check on mommy or daddy and see what's happening there. If they know that they're able to have a daycare or a respite center, then at least that's a little easement on them.
And she says the importance of stress management for caregivers can't be overlooked.
So if the government is able to provide at least these types of things that help to reduce the burden, especially because women are the ones who are the main caregivers. They have to take care of parents or older relatives. They have to take care of their children, and they're trying to take care of themselves. They're the sandwich generation. And we find sometimes, as they say, sometimes the person who are the carers, they're the ones who are sicker than the person who they're taking care of because of the stresses and the strain. So if we can do anything to help reduce that stress and that strain on persons who are caregivers and their family members, I think that will go a long way as well.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Marlena Leonard.
All right, thanks for that, Marlena. If you or someone you know is addicted to gambling, well, help and hope is available through the Addiction Hotline. That message coming from chairperson and coordinator of the Gambling Addiction Awareness Program, Paulette Dean, who says the committee is working to raise awareness of the hotline's existence. It was originally open, she says, until midnight, but has been extended to a 24-hour helpline. Dean telling Our News it's often in the late night and early morning hours that people need assistance.
There are people they don't want to come. You'll talk to them, because I've had sessions with patients via the helpline, and we were recommended by many persons, and we do speak to them, and we make some referrals to our physicians who would see them if they have a major problem, because some of them are at the point where they're suicidal. So certain persons, you need to know when to refer. So, but we use every opportunity to share the word, to spread that help is available, hope is available, and we need them to know that.
When our news comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world as the biggest U.S. election day gets underway. Voters in 15 states cast their ballots on Super Tuesday. Plus, getting this error message today? We'll tell you the widespread outage on Meta's Facebook and Instagram. And worsening crisis. Gangs in Haiti try to seize control of the main airport in the newest attacks. The story when our news returns.
And the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
Don't spend hours sending individual messages to your customers. Use SMS messaging instead. With Cable Bahamas Business Solutions SMS messaging, you can send personalized messages to hundreds or even thousands of recipients instantly. It's quick, effortless, and cost-effective. Plus, it ensures that your messages are delivered directly to your customers' cellular phones, guaranteeing higher engagement. Save time and boost your outreach with SMS bulk messaging. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Islands.
Immerse yourself in the enchanting allure of Acklands. Night after night, accompany us on a week-long expedition as we unveil the undiscovered treasures of this island paradise. See its pristine beaches, embrace the vibrant culture, and live the experience through the lens of our news. Tune in every night at 7 p.m. for a captivating blend of inspiration, adventure, and the irresistible charm of Acklands. Coming this March, only on Our News. Immerse yourself in the enchanting allure of Acklands. Night after night, accompany us on a week-long expedition as we unveil the undiscovered treasures of this island paradise. See its pristine beaches, embrace the vibrant culture, and live the experience through the lens of our news. Tune in every night at 7 p.m. for a captivating blend of inspiration, adventure, and the irresistible charm of Acklands. Coming this March, only on Our News.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation.
This is Our News. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. Today marks Super Tuesday in the United States, a pivotal moment in the 2024 election cycle where voters across 15 states cast their ballots to select their preferred presidential nominee. Donald Trump leads the race for the Republican nomination, having secured victories in all state contests against his rival Nikki Haley, with the exception of Washington, D.C. Despite this, Haley says she remains determined, pledging to remain in the race at least until the conclusion of Super Tuesday. Meanwhile, President Joe Biden faces little opposition in securing the Democratic nomination, although he encountered a protest vote in Michigan last week stemming from concerns over the conflict in Gaza. Users of Meta's platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and Messenger, encountering difficulties logging in today, indicative of a widespread outage. According to Down Detector and Internet Traffic Observer, significant outages were being reported across several Meta platforms on Tuesday. the widespread nature of the issue, suggesting a global outage affecting users worldwide. Andy Stone, who is Meta's head of communications, acknowledged the problem on X, formerly known as Twitter, confirming the company is actively addressing the situation. And Haitian soldiers patrolled near Port-au-Prince's International Airport on Monday, following reports of heavy gunfire in the area a day after the de facto government issued a 72-hour state of emergency in response to prison breaks over the weekend. Devi Rajaram reports how soldiers have been deployed to defend the airport.
Haiti's army was called to patrol the international airport after reports of heavy gunfire and clashes with armed gangs in the area on Monday. Gang violence in the Caribbean nation is escalating despite a 72-hour state of emergency declared by the government on Sunday in response to a massive prison break over the weekend. Gangs themselves have warned residents in the capital Port-au-Prince to keep children home, although the government has kept schools open during the state of emergency. A fresh wave of gang violence last week forced around 15,000 people to flee the capital in just 3 days, according to the International Organization for Migration. Many of them had already been displaced, living in makeshift camps in schools and hospitals. Victims of gang violence living in this camp told Reuters armed gangs destroyed their homes, forcing them into overcrowded living conditions with limited access to water. The prison break over the weekend saw gangs break into 2 facilities, one of which is Haiti's largest prison. It allowed an unknown number of inmates to escape. Gang leader Jimmy Charizia, a former police officer, has called on gangs to join forces and overthrow Prime Minister Ariel Henry, who has been out of the public eye since traveling to Kenya to discuss an international force to fight Haiti's gangs.
And British government officials announced Tuesday that Kate, the Princess of Wales, will undertake her first major official duty since undergoing abdominal surgery. The event, scheduled for June, she's expected to participate in a Trooping the Colour ceremony. Well, since January, Prince William's wife has been absent from public appearances following her admission to a private London hospital for the planned surgery. Palace officials initially provided limited details, stating her return to public duties would be after Easter. Now, the Ministry of Defense confirmed the 42-year-old will review soldiers on parade during the ceremony on June 8th. However, Kensington Palace has not yet confirmed any other scheduled public events for Kate. Still to come in our news today in history, find out interesting facts about the day that was March 5th. Then in our news at 7:30. A man is charged with a fatal collision that killed a police inspector while he was conducting a traffic stop back in January. Plus, the Haitian crisis comes back into focus as the Bahamian mission on high alert. Why a top diplomat says it's important to err on the side of caution. When our news returns.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
Don't spend hours sending individual messages to your customers. Use SMS messaging instead. With Cable Bahamas Business Solutions SMS messaging, you can send personalized messages to hundreds or even thousands of recipients instantly. It's quick, effortless, and cost-effective. Plus, it ensures that your messages are delivered directly to your customers' cellular phones, guaranteeing higher engagement. Save time and boost your outreach with SMS bulk messaging. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Islands.
Immerse yourself in the enchanting allure of Acklands. Night after night, accompany us on a week-long expedition as we unveil the undiscovered treasures of this island paradise. See its pristine beaches, embrace the vibrant culture, and live the experience through the lens of our news. Tune in every night at 7 p.m. for a captivating blend of inspiration, adventure, and the irresistible charm of Acklands. Coming this March, only on Our News. Immerse yourself in the enchanting allure of Acklands. Night after night, accompany us on a week-long expedition as we unveil the undiscovered treasures of this island paradise. See its pristine beaches, embrace the vibrant culture, and live the experience through the lens of our news. Tune in every night at 7 p.m. for a captivating blend of inspiration, adventure, and the irresistible charm of Acklands. Coming this March, only on Our News.
Embrace technology.
Welcome back to Our News. It's time now to turn our spotlight on events that shaped the day that was March 5th. Take a look. On this day in Bahamian history in 1952, Governor Robert Neville laid the cornerstone of what was then known as Bahamas General Hospital on New Providence. This pivotal moment marked the inception of the crucial healthcare institution. 4 years later, in 1956, the hospital underwent a renaming ceremony, becoming the Princess Margaret Hospital, in honor of the young sister of Queen Elizabeth II. Then fast forward to the year 2020, where another milestone was reached as Bahamas Power and Light unveiled a groundbreaking addition to its infrastructure at the Blue Hill Road plan. The unveiling included a new generator, heralded by officials as a solution to the persistent issue of load shedding in the capital, and an enhancement to the country's energy production. Then Chairman of BPL, Donovan Moxey, emphasized the significance of the new GETM 2500 engine, labeling it a game changer for both BPL and the Bahamian people. He expressed confidence the technological advancement would play a pivotal role in rectifying long-standing issues experienced by consumers.
This new GE machine adds at least 30 megawatts to that, on top of the current availability, which hovers around 190 megawatts. That means we will have over 352 megawatts available against a summer peak of 260 expected megawatts.
Instead of fixing first BEC, then BPL over the many decades, the country kept renting more and even more generators. It was like putting a Band-Aid on an injury that needed radical surgery and a permanent fix.
GE is honored to be part of this project that will help stabilize the country's grid, bringing highly reliable and efficient energy as it provides up to 34 megawatts of additional energy to the island.
All right, to watch that historical recap again and for all of today's top stories, remember you can visit ournews.bs. It's going to do it for us in News at 7. Joining us now is Natalia Hall with the latest headlines. And Natalia, I know both you and I will be off the desk for the next week, Wednesday to Wednesday.
Yes.
I will be in Auckland, so I'm going there. I've already started making contact with folks on the island.
Wonderful.
We're excited. We had posted on our socials commentary from folks, hey, what do you think we should do?
Right.
So I've been fielding those just to see what it is that we will go and look at, and I'm excited to go. But I know you are international assignment.
Yes.
So
I'm going to miss the desk, but it's good to take a break.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right,
Thanks
so
so
I'll
much,
see
Ken.
you when I get
back. So safe
all the best on your
travels,
trip
and we'll keep in contact.
Sure.
All right. Thanks so much. Well, coming up tonight, a man is charged with a fatal collision that killed a police inspector, and why a top diplomat says it's important to err on the side of caution amid the worsening crisis in Haiti. Here are your latest headlines. First tonight on Our News Live at 7:30, the situation in Haiti continues to escalate. In an exclusive interview with our Joshua Williams, a top Haitian diplomat is providing some insight. Also, a man has been charged with the vehicular manslaughter for the fatal accident that killed Inspector Thomas McIntosh earlier this year. We have details from the courtroom. Plus, a former minister weighing in on concerns at Bahamas Power and Light. And later, male empowerment. The nation's leader encouraging a group of young men to step up to the plate to help build a stronger Bahamas. The story when Our News Live at 7:30 returns.
You've heard of electric cars. Now it's time you drive one. Easy Car Sales welcomes you to experience the power and prestige of the latest electric vehicles. Plug in at home for a 65% discount off your gas bill and never get stuck at the pump again. Build your dreams of a better future with a better car, the BYD EV. Visit easy242.com to book your free test drive today. Save your money while driving in style, only at Easy Car Sales.
Bahamas Power and Light Company Limited looks forward to helping our customers eliminate wasted energy. Energy conservation is the decision and practice of using less energy. Energy efficiency means using less energy to perform the same task, unplugging appliances not in use. That's energy conservation. Replacing an old refrigerator, washing machine with a new model, adding insulation to the attic and walls of a home. That's energy efficiency. People conserve to gain more control over their energy bill and to reduce demand on the Earth's natural resources. Take this journey with us as we build for better. BPL.
I'm Michaela Kerr. I'm an 18-year-old freshman at the University of the Bahamas, and I'm a computer science major. I'm also the NT Corporation's Youth Ambassador for the Environment, and I'm an environmentalist. My journey as an environmental advocate began with a simple yet profound realization that our environment is degrading right in front of my eyes. And being NT's Youth Ambassador for the Environment means that my words and my actions hold the power to help change the environment and the world around me. I find it exciting that I can be a student, live my life, and use my words and my voice to change the environment and world around me. Most times I think it's a privilege. It's our environment and it's our generation to own. I don't think as a young person that there's anything more rewarding than being a part of bringing awareness. I'm Michaela Kerr, and I'm making a difference in my own words.
Immerse yourself in the enchanting allure of
Welcome to our news. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Natalia Hall. Violence in Haiti, again in the headlines. This follows a mass prison break there over the weekend. While the top Bahamian diplomat inside Haiti speaking with our Joshua Williams tonight and putting it into perspective for us. Let's take a look.
In a matter of hours, the situation in Haiti deteriorated into yet another violent crisis. It means the Bahamas mission is again in state of heightened security. Captain Godfrey Roll, a former Defense Force officer, is the local chargé d'affaires in Haiti. Fortunately, Captain Roll says most of the Port-au-Prince embassy staff is out of harm's way.
Where the Bahamian diplomats live and work, it's not an area that you will probably see. We work in an area that is, if you can call it, in Haiti, safe, relatively safe.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs confirming this week 5 of the diplomatic staff returned home.
Those persons, the female staff members and 2 vice consuls returned to Nassau.
Roll says from all indications, this latest round of violence is being fueled by calls for the resignation of Haitian Prime Minister Ariel Henry.
Recently, since the Prime Minister Henry left the country, I think they've stepped up. They seem to have gotten together and put their differences aside, some of them.
Captain Roll also agreeing with the decision to cancel Bahamas Air flights into Haiti for now.
It is always best to err on the side of caution. So you don't know what can happen in a particular instance, so it's best to wait until things calm down.
With so much uncertainty in Haiti, the former military officer, now diplomat, tells us in a situation like this, it's important to make wise decisions.
We at the embassy are prepared to shelter in place, then we can go to the office, then we can go from home. So you know, that is what we use. And depending on information sent to us, we get an idea of what could possibly happen before it happens.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
All right, thanks for that, Josh. Well, a man has been charged with vehicular manslaughter in relation to a fatal collision that killed Inspector Thomas McIntosh. Prosecutors say 37-year-old Raymond Forbes is criminally responsible for McIntosh's death. The officer was conducting a traffic stop on the Sir Milo Butler Highway around 1 p.m. on January 31st when prosecutors say he was struck by Forbes, who they allege was driving recklessly. Forbes did not have to enter a plea to the charge when he stood before Magistrate Adrien Allen Jr. He was granted $10,000 bail with no other conditions. Forbes returned to court on June 24 to receive voluntary bill of indictment papers. As conflict looms over the future of the Bahamas Power and Light, a former works minister is weighing in on the saga. Desmond Bannister, who served as the Minister of Works during the Minnis administration, says the Davis-led government has left too many unanswered questions about what is going on at the power giant. Despite the Prime Minister saying BPL will not be privatized, uncertainty continues to persist. It comes as the two unions representing staffers at BPL are unhappy with a deal they say the Davis administration is finalizing to contract a company to oversee BPL's transmission and distribution systems. Bannister says the lack of information is also disadvantaging Bahamians.
Bahamian people are in a difficult position because the same governing party that is doing this now had previously brought in a company called Power Secure, where BPL was run by a group of non-Bahamians. And there was no room for Bahamians to move up to the top leadership. We were able to change that, and we put Bahamians in charge.
In an ex-post, Energy Minister Jobette Colby-Davis said the government's energy reform roadmap is, among other things, to reduce prices, to increase reliability and efficiency, add cleaner sources of energy, upgrade and modernize outdated grids. She said she's looking forward to sharing updates in the coming weeks. Bahamas Electrical Workers Union President Kyle Wilson says the union is rejecting the deal, as he says it doesn't seem this deal would benefit Bahamians.
It's a critical concern when you take your national power utility and put it under the hands of someone else. It's also critical for a number of financial reasons. BPL was created as an entity that was in debt. It appears that you're going to bring in a middleman who has to rake profits off the top. They're not doing it because they're friends of the Bahamas. They're doing it for profit motives. And so whatever they come in to do, they have to make money.
Overcast skies on this Tuesday evening, and we can expect a shower or two this week. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is in the Weather Center with your first look at weather. Greg.
Yeah, thanks, Natalia, and happy Tuesday evening, everybody. We are anticipating some unsettled weather to get into our area by tomorrow, but before that, we are enjoying some rather nice conditions. 75 degrees outside our studios right now under partly cloudy skies. South-southeast winds at 10 miles per hour, and your field strike temperature is at 75. Satellite and radar composite showing high-level clouds moving out of the Gulf of Mexico, all ahead of a storm system that's taking shape. High pressure at the surface still in charge of our weather. That's going to slide out eventually by tomorrow, and that's going to be paving way for this low-pressure system and a front expected getting here by tomorrow evening with some unsettled weather expected across the northwest Bahamas. That's a quick check on conditions around the islands. Stick with us to look at your extended forecast. Still to go.
All right, thanks, Greg. Well, still to come on our news, Male Empowerment, a group of young men getting the opportunity to meet the Prime Minister at a recent pep rally in the capital, plus the Atlantis Resort giving back to the community. This as over $200,000 was given to several charity organizations. That's all coming up when our news returns.
You've heard of electric cars. Now it's time you drive one. Easy Car Sales welcomes you to experience the power and prestige of the latest electric vehicles. Plug in at home for a 65% discount off your gas bill and never get stuck at the pump again. Build your dreams of a better future with a better car, the BYD EV. Visit easy242.com to book your free test drive today. Save your money while driving in style, only at Easy Car Sales.
Bahamas Power and Light Company Limited looks forward to helping our customers eliminate wasted energy. Energy conservation is the decision and practice of using less energy. Energy efficiency means using less energy to perform the same task, unplugging appliances not in use. That's energy conservation. Replacing an old refrigerator, washing machine with a new model, adding insulation to the attic and walls of a home. That's energy efficiency. People conserve to gain more control over their energy bill and to reduce demand on the Earth's natural resources. Take this journey with us as we build for better. BPL.
I'm Michaela Kerr. I'm an 18-year-old freshman at the University of the Bahamas, and I'm a computer science major. I'm also the NT Corporation's Youth Ambassador for the Environment, and I'm an environmentalist. My journey as the environmental advocate began with a simple yet profound realization that our environment is degrading right in front of my eyes. And being NT's Youth Ambassador for the Environment means that my words and my actions hold the power to help change the environment and the world around me. I find it exciting that I can be a student, live my life, and use my words and my voice to change the environment and world around me. Most times I think it's a privilege. It's our environment and it's our generation to own. I don't think as a young person that there's anything more rewarding than being a part of bringing awareness. I'm Michaela Kerr, and I'm making a difference in my own words.
Prime Minister Philip Davis telling 12th grade male students this week that it's time for them to step up and help build a stronger and more dynamic economy. His comments came at the Kendall G.L. Isaacs Gymnasium at the Step Up All Males Pep Rally hosted by the Office of the Prime Minister. The event not only sought to empower the teens but acted as a career fair, allowing them to see firsthand the possible opportunity that awaits them once they graduate high school.
In this fast-changing world, we need you to learn everything you can about technology and innovation, and then use what you know to power progress across our islands. We need you to step up, even if the ladder seems very steep. I'm asking you to think not just about personal ambition, but our shared national ambition too.
Crime consultant and community activist Carlos Reed was also on hand to empower the youngsters. He reminded them how the company you keep affects you.
I stopped by Kendall Isaac Gym to tell you today that you're an eagle. I stopped by to tell you that you was born to soar. But if you keep on hanging with the chicken, they'll make you believe that you just a chicken.
All right, well, the Atlantis Resort culminating its year-long celebration of the 25th anniversary of Atlantis and the opening of the Royal Towers over the weekend by giving back. Atlantis raised $275,000 to donate to 5 charities, the Bahamas National Trust, the Children's Emergency Hostel, the Salvation Army, Lend a Hand Bahamas, and the National Art Gallery of the Bahamas. $55,000 was given to each organization, while President and Managing Director Audrey Oswald says the mega effort is all a part of a collaboration with their business partners.
Many of our partners have been there since day one, working by our side, helping to support our business as we grew it and pleased our guests. So it's an important day for us because they stepped up to something that is near and dear and at the core of what Atlantis has done from the very beginning, from when it opened.
And she says the recipients are grateful.
I know deep down in my heart that Saul Kirsten would be very proud of what we're doing today to celebrate the 25th anniversary, and very proud that so many of these partnerships and relationships that he started many years ago, before the more than 25 years ago, are still with us today, supporting us in so many ways. And then, of course, there's the recipients of the grants and of the awards, I should say, and we are really pleased. They also are people that we've worked with over the years and certainly supported one another.
All right, great news. Well, the Bahamian economy has recovered beyond its pre-pandemic levels. This as the country saw record-breaking tourism numbers for 2023. Additionally, the Bahamas National Statistical Institute is reporting an overall decrease in inflation for December 2023. While this is all good news, during our monthly sit-down with RF Bank and Trust Vice President of Group Head Investment David Slatter, he said Bahamians must still be cautious when spending, as tourism numbers do not look as promising for 2024.
If you think the wealthy get wealthy by being, careless with their spending and not budgeting and planning, then you're misinformed. So you should always be budgeting, always be trying to ensure that your spending is kept to a minimum. The better you do that, the more you have to invest. The more you invest, the more you have for retirement, and on and on. It's just the way the cycle works. Outlook for inflation, It's coming down, but I don't think, for example, the Federal Reserve in the U.S., their target is 2%. That's what they consider to be the neutral rate. I don't think we get to 2% this year. I think that's a 2025 event, but we get closer to it. So if they start to see inflation as looking like it's under control, even if it doesn't get to 2%, they may be motivated to start decreasing the interest rates in the U.S., which bodes well for bond prices and fixed income. Our economy is driven to a great extent by the U.S. economy, and the U.S. economy is faring a little better than perhaps initially thought, say, 3 or 4 months ago. That said, it's probably simply a delay to the slowdown of the U.S. economy. We expect the second half of the U.S. economy to be much slower than the first half, which will spill into the Bahamian economy. I think our tourism drives our economy. And what's been driving tourism last year and the year before, coming out of COVID, were these terms you hear, it's called like YOLO, you only live once. So, revenge tourism. And with the trillions of dollars that was put into people's pockets in the U.S., they had a lot of money to spend. That money's starting to run out, which means there'll be less of that revenge tourism benefiting the Bahamas.
It's now time for tonight's Financial Market Minute, brought to you by RF, your local investment bank. This has been your Financial Market Minute. To explore the best performing mutual funds in the Bahamas, visit our website at www.rfgroup.com.
All right, when our news comes back from the break, several familiar faces receiving awards from the Star Film Institute over the weekend. Our Daniel Miller will tell you all about it coming up. Plus, Ronaldo and John Marga up next with a check on sports. Stay with us.
Now it's time you drive one. Easy Car Sales welcomes you to experience the power and prestige of the latest electric vehicles. Plug in at home for a 65% discount off your gas bill and never get stuck at the pump again. Build your dreams of a better future with a better car, the BYD EV. Visit easy242.com to book your free test drive today. Save your money while driving in style, only at Easy Car Sales.
Bahamas Power and Light Company Limited looks forward to helping our customers eliminate wasted energy. Energy conservation is the decision and practice of using less energy. Energy efficiency means using less energy to perform the same task, unplugging appliances not in use. That's energy conservation. Replacing an old refrigerator, washing machine with a new model, adding insulation to the attic and walls of a home. That's energy efficiency. People conserve to gain more control over their energy bill and to reduce demand on the Earth's natural resources. Take this journey with us as we build for better. BPL.
I'm Michaela Kerr. I'm an 18-year-old freshman at the University of the Bahamas, and I'm a computer science major. I'm also the NT Corporation's Youth Ambassador for the Environment, and I'm an environmentalist. My journey as the environmental advocate began with a simple yet profound realization that our environment is degrading right in front of my eyes. And being NT's Youth Ambassador for the Environment means that my words and my actions hold the power to help change the environment and the world around me. I find it exciting that I can be a student, live my life, and use my words and my voice to change the environment and world around me. Most times I think it's a privilege. It's our environment and it's our generation to own. I don't think as a young person that there's anything more rewarding than being a part of bringing awareness. I'm Michaela Kerr, and I'm making a difference in my own words.
Immerse yourself in the enchanting allure of Acklands. Night after night, accompany us on a week-long expedition as we unveil the undiscovered treasures of this island paradise. See its pristine beaches, embrace the vibrant culture, and live the experience through the lens of our news. Tune in every night at 7 p.m. for a captivating blend of inspiration, adventure, and the irresistible charm of Acklands. Coming this March, only on Our News.
Don't spend hours sending individual messages to
This is our news. Welcome back. A local sailor fundraises for youth development in the sport, and college basketball heads into the postseason. Here now with our sports, presented by 10th year seniors, is Ronaldo and John Mark. Ronaldo?
Thanks, Italia, and welcome to Our Sports, presented by 10th year seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Mark Nutt. Let's do show. It was less than stellar conditions on the seas Monday, but that didn't deter Gavin McKinney from completing his fundraising effort. McKinney made the solo journey from Exuma to Nassau in a laser-class sailboat and landed ashore at Montague Beach around 4 p.m. Monday afternoon. His aim was to raise $70,000 to celebrate his 70th birthday, but his ultimate goal for the event is to expand in the near future.
Well, relax. I don't have to talk about it anymore. It's done, and, maybe we'll have to have something in years to come where we have a race or we have more people sailing together and, build it up and get kids involved. That's always my goal.
McKinney's fundraising effort is aimed at bringing awareness to the country's youth sailing programs.
The summer school for students is 2 weeks, and it's about $800 per student, as I think. And the idea is to help kids from particularly the government schools that may want to do it, but may not do it otherwise. So this is where we're going to try and spread it out over time and get kids into the sailing.
McKinney, who previously won the International 5.5 meter class World Championships, still sails competitively and is scheduled to compete in France this summer.
NCAA postseason basketball is underway, and a pair of Bahamians took the court last night. In the ASUN Conference Tournament, Dayton Aubrey and his Queens Royals defeated Franco Miller Jr. and his Florida Gulf Coast Eagles 69-63 to advance to the quarterfinals. Aubrey finished with 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. In his final collegiate season, Miller averaged 6.5 points and appeared in all 32 games for the Eagles. Monday was also a great day off the court for Aubrey when he was named the ASUN Newcomer of the Year and a conference third-team selection. In 30 games, Aubrey averaged 17.4 points, 5.9 rebounds, 3.7 assists, and 1.3 steals per game.
After just missing out on the medal podium in the heptathlon at the World Indoor Championships, Ken Mullings reflected on the experience.
My advice would be to believe in yourself, to always don't give up on your dream, even if you say it out loud or tell someone and they kind of shrug you off like it's not possible. Don't give up. Believe in yourself. Don't ever doubt your abilities.
The most popular track and field meet in the country is back.
T-Bird Flyers Classic?
Yes. The BAISS track and field meet begins tomorrow, and of course it will be headlined by another edition of the rivalry between the St. Augustine's College Big Red Machine and the Queens College Comets. The real question for us at 10YS, who will be the people's champion?
Smart money's on St. John's.
Follow the 10YS social media platforms and Rev Channel 212 for coverage throughout the week.
That'll do it for Our Sports, presented by 10th year seniors. For John Mark Nutt, I'm Ronaldo Dorset. Back to the studio.
All right, thanks so much, guys. We'll still ahead on our news tonight. The Star Film Institute held their awards ceremony over the weekend. Some well-known faces receive awards for their outstanding work. And cloudy weather conditions outside the Our News studios on this Tuesday. Greg is back with more weather details right after this quick break. Stay with us.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
In what we do at Best Brew, it really doesn't end when the customer purchases our product. We offer specialty coffee, tea, spices, and brewing equipment. We do a lot of our orders via website. We actually have the mobile service and the phone service and the internet. So having Business in a Box really kind of brought everything together for us and helps us to be able to provide the customer services that we pride ourselves on.
You've heard of electric cars. Now it's time you drive one. Easy Car Sales welcomes you to experience the power and prestige of the latest electric vehicles. Plug in at home for a 65% discount off your gas bill and never get stuck at the pump again. Build your dreams of a better future with a better car, the BYD EV. Visit easy242.com to book your free test drive today. Save your money while driving in style, only at Easy Car Sales.
Bahamas Power and Light Company Limited looks forward to helping our customers eliminate wasted energy. Energy conservation is the decision and practice of using less energy. Energy efficiency means using less energy to perform the same task, unplugging appliances not in use. That's energy conservation. Replacing an old refrigerator, washing machine with a new model, adding insulation to the attic and walls of a home. That's energy efficiency. People conserve to gain more control over their energy bill and to reduce demand on the Earth's natural resources. Take this journey with us as we build for better.
Welcome back to Our News. Nice weather conditions outside the Our News studios this evening. Greg is back in the Weather Center with your extended forecast. Greg.
Yeah, thanks again, Natalia, and welcome back, everybody, for our final check of weather. High-pressure system still in charge of our weather. We had some spotty showers, mainly across the Andros and the Grand Bahama area, but most of that activity has died off. High pressure will eventually slide out towards the east. That's going to be paving the way for a storm system that's taking shape across the northern Gulf of Mexico. Another low-pressure system is expected to form just to the west of Florida. That will in turn drag a frontal boundary across our area, so we're looking to add some unsettled weather tomorrow, especially across the northwest Bahamas as the system approaches us, and eventually by tomorrow night, another line of showers expected to move in. Behind that, high pressure will continue to dominate our weather as it pushes towards the east, so we're looking at rather nice conditions for the remainder of the week. Future forecast showing just the spotty showers across the area, a little bit of moisture still in place. High pressure eventually slides out quiet through the early part of tomorrow, but by tomorrow afternoon, we're looking at some showers and thunderstorms associated with that system moving into our area. And by tomorrow night, most of the activity will be exiting the area, but we're still looking for some showers across the northwest Bahamas. Boating forecast for the northwest and central islands, small craft caution in effect still for the Atlantic exposures. Winds will be out of the southeast to south at 15 knots, seas 3 to 5 feet over the ocean, but building up to 7 feet along Atlantic exposures in some swells. Low tide is at 9:16 tonight, the high tide taking place at 3:53 in the morning. For the southeast Bahamas, east to southeasterly flow at 15 knots, seas 3 to 5 feet, building up to 7 feet in northeasterly swells. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In the extended forecast, we'll keep some unsettled weather in the early part of tomorrow, but Wednesday night into Thursday is when we anticipate most of the activity. High chance for showers in the early portions of Thursday, but behind that, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday into the early part of next week, beautiful weather expected. Temperatures not going to take much of a dip, still staying near the 80-degree mark. Nighttime temperatures in the mid to low 70s. That's a look at our weather. Make it a great night and stay safe, everybody.
All right, thanks so much, Greg. Well, the Star Film Institute held their inaugural award ceremony on Sunday night. The competition, which lasted for several months, challenged creatives to pitch their theater, drama, or comedy ideas and bring them to life on the big screen. Our Daniel Miller has a recap.
It's a star-studded event filled with local and international big names. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the Star Film Institute's award ceremony.
On Sunday evening, the Balmoral Club was filled with exemplary talent, from actors to directors to screenwriters, and former mayor of Atlanta, Mohammed Qasim Reed. Reed, who in his term in office took Georgia's film industry to billion-dollar status, told me he can see the same economic boom happening here.
The creativity, the raw talent, what they were able to do with very little resources. I watched all of the competitive shows. There were shows that are very close to being ready to go into production and that I think have the potential to be hits.
Our very own Marlena Leonard was a part of the creative team behind Fate or Fortune, which won 10 out of 12 of the awards it was nominated for, including the Best Overall Drama Production. I spoke to the show's creator and one of their award-winning actresses.
I feel like, it's about time. It's about time Freeport's performing arts gets recognition because that's what we do best. We do the plays, we're doing films now, and we just want the world to see it, not just the Bahamas.
I did stage for so long, and I decided to try film. And to know that I actually can do it, and I'm kind of good at it, and then I got an award for it, amazing.
Chairman of the Star Film Institute, Karel Pinder, said that behind the success, there are still some challenges. Nonetheless, The Institute will continue to make Hollywood dreams come true.
The training, we had some of the best in the country who are from here but don't live here, like Lovato Stubbs. He came. Dania, she's an actor who's from here, but she lives in Atlanta now.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Danielle Miller.
All right, and congrats again to our very own Marlena Leonard. Of course, to see that story again, you can visit ournews.bs. And with that, we thank you for joining us for Our News Tonight. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Natalia Hall. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening.